Hey, Jonathan. Hey there, Brian. Hey there, Marilyn Edwards.
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. I'm Don Russell.
I'm Marilyn. Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Can you see me?
I can.
You're not visible. You may have your camera turned off.
I do.
Okay. Just thought I'd let
I
you know.
do.
Oh, there you go.
It works.
Welcome.
It works.
Right on.
Kind of early.
Oh, come on. I've been up for an hour working.
I'm a night person. I'm the nurse who tucked you in at bed at night.
That's
I
right.
wrapped you up.
I appreciate that. I had my hip done. I remember that.
How's your hip doing?
Awesome.
Mine too.
Dr. Marr did mine. I love it.
My guy retired.
Oh, that's tough when they retire.
He had accumulated a huge workshop. He was a carpenter in his as his avocation. I
Oh,
thought
nice.
that's great. Orthopedics and carpentry, yep,
Yeah.
it's one and the same.
Right on.
Yep.
Hey, Tommy Mitch. Hey, Bill Wagner. I see you, Brian Daniel.
Good morning.
It took me a while to find the button.
Good morning.
Marilyn, do you have a friend there?
I do. She just got out of bed.
Nice.
Come up here.
Oh, what a beautiful dog.
This is Sierra.
Hey, Sierra. You know, this is the great thing about Zoom is you get to meet people's, all their pets and loved ones. You have quite a collection of books back there.
Yeah, over the years, we've accumulated a few.
Right on. Hey, Mary Gottlieben.
Good morning.
How are you?
Excellent.
Come on. Happy
Oh.
Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday.
Congratulations on your pending marriage.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, we're trying to get, we're having a little trouble. The person that we were going to use to do our, actually the officiant that didn't work out. So we're kind of scrambling around to find somebody to marry us. You know, any captains of boats that can help out?
No, you can't do that.
I'm just kidding.
I'm a
Yeah.
captain of my boat.
We're on our best behavior. We don't want any exposure to any COVID stuff before this all comes down. So
That's true. Hey, Dennis. You're on mute. Hello, President Bob.
Good morning, Russ. Russell Donald.
That's right.
See, we have one of our visitors already here. Marilyn,
Yes,
it's
sir.
a pleasure to have you with us this morning.
Thank you.
We'll
Happy to
introduce you
come.
more. I'm sorry?
I'm happy to come.
Oh, good. Well, we'll introduce you more properly and when everybody's here.
That's fine.
where's my
People
tea?
will be trickling in for the next few minutes. It's fuzzy. Another guest. Good morning, Karen. Welcome to the Orangevale Rotary Club.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to get my settings here. Here I am.
Here you are. You're in living color.
I am. How are you?
Good morning, all. Good morning, Marilyn.
Good morning, Russ. So this is very early for me, and I'm really glad I didn't have to drive from I-5 and Elk Grove up to Orangevale this morning to see all of you.
Yeah, sorry about that. You missed us by a week. Next week, we're going to be back in our restaurant.
Nice. I will come out and visit you, I promise.
You have to. It's a requirement. There will be in a year or so.
Yes, it will. In fact, I already have my date.
Oh, do you really?
I have all of my, already for 22. I have everybody planned out.
Wow.
I can tell a secret about Karen. Well, it's not a secret, but I've crossed paths with her many times at Youth Exchange.
Okay, Brian. What's your secret?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I've got to come up with something fast, don't I?
Yeah.
I'll work on it.
I've had a lot of kids in my house, I'll tell you that.
Brian Daniel, I will pay good money for those secrets about Karen Sendro.
Of course, Tommy's here.
Is that
She's done a good job on the Youth Exchange Committee, I'll tell you that.
Thank you. I loved it. It was
long lost Tommy Peter?
awesome. Do you guys have your president named for 2023 yet?
No.
Okay, we don't either. I have 13 out of the 39.
Yeah.
Hey, James.
Wait,
Hey,
wait,
Don
yeah.
Morris. Hey, Mike McKibben. Hey, Sue
Hi.
Frost.
Morning.
Hey, Tommy.
Howdy.
Hey, Audrey Weiberg.
There's Sue. Hi, Sue.
Audrey has strange lights flashing in the background.
She's in Alaska or someplace.
Exactly. Right. In my mind, Dawn's in San Francisco.
Yeah, but you look like you're in a Disney movie or something.
I know, it's kind of weird, huh?
Finland or something.
Well, Mary, are you home?
Yeah, we're counting down to the wedding. We're working on different things.
Ooh, exciting.
Mhm.
Hey, Dave Shepard. Hey, Joni.
Hey, Mary,
Yes,
we went to San Francisco on Wednesday for the global reentry.
yes.
They have appointments all the time now.
No, we already did it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. We made our appointment like last May.
So
And the
did
only,
we, but then it got canceled.
yeah, well, like last May, or whenever we made the appointment, and the earliest one we could get anywhere in the United States was in Texas. That's one of the reasons we drove to Texas in November, was for our interview.
Okay,
Yeah, we're done. Thanks for letting me know.
okay, you're welcome.
And I see
Hey,
we
Phyllis.
have another new guest, and I'm so Carolyn, welcome to the Rotary Club.
Thank you very much. I'm
You
a
got-
president of the Women's Club,
Ah,
along
President.
with my cohort Marilyn.
Okay, well, welcome. We're glad to have both of you.
Thank you.
Hey, Steve Blair.
We'll wait another couple of minutes before we get started. People keep trickling in. It's hard to do these meetings on Zoom and start really right exactly at 7. At least it is for me. Whoop, there's Ann. See, told you.
Oh, come on, Bob. Don't enable bad behavior. Come on.
Exactly.
Next
You know, you can start this thing whenever you're ready.
See at 7:05.
Bert's not here yet. You can't start.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yes, we can.
We do it every week. Okay, well, another 30 seconds and we'll start. Let's see if one more person comes in and then we'll get going. So we lost Brian. Oop, there's Brian.
John.
Hey, Jim Bunton.
I was gonna say, where's Button?
He's down there in the bottom right.
Michael, I see your name
That's
badge.
Sean.
I remember who you are.
Let's see, Jim Button. Where?
Jim Button's over there.
Hey, Joe Scheimer. Hey, Sean Palmer.
Good morning.
Morning, Joe.
Notice anything different?
Yeah, you got a haircut.
Got a haircut too.
Finally.
Here.
1 year anniversary.
What was the date? What day, Joe?
Just lost
Friday.
everybody.
Last Friday. Tommy, you didn't get a haircut yet.
No, huh? I'm good. I'm good. Still good.
We gonna see the man bun, Tommy?
Absolutely no.
See, we've got Rich this morning too. Rich Rolfe is back with us.
Is he?
Okay, can everybody hear me now?
Yeah, we have.
Because I thought I started the meeting and everything froze here on my screen and then you're still talking, so it sounds like that didn't work. So I'm going to try one more time. Oh, there's Jim. Okay, yeah, my screen did something weird, which is par for the course after all. So I'm going to cross my fingers and try this again. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Rotary Club of Orangevale, California, where we work every day to make the world a better place. So we'll begin with an invocation, and Audrey, I think you're on this time.
All right. Lord, thank you for the opportunity to meet as Rotarians. Please guide us in working as a unified team and combining our gifts and our talents for great outcomes for our communities and the world. Please bless those that protect us. And Lord, just direct us in seeking to be peacemakers and lights in our communities and our families. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen, thank you very much. Boy, we've got a whole bunch of visitors or guests this morning. So I'll start with, we have these really important Rotary people with us this morning. So I'll start with our visiting Rotarians. I see that Joe Scheimer has shown up again. Hi, Joe. Welcome to our meeting again.
Thank you.
Our favorite AG. And also Marilyn, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Karen, and she's got going to give her a couple of minutes in a minute to tell you why she's here. Let's see. Okay, Joe and Karen. So, okay, then we'll go on with guests. It looks like Rich is here. Rich Rolfe, welcome back, buddy. Glad to have you here. So then we have, well, I'm looking at the names again. So Marilyn Edwards is going to be our speaker today. She's from the Women's Club of Orangevale. Marilyn, would you like to introduce the other person from your club that's with us this morning?
Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting us. My counterpart is Carolyn Getz, and Carolyn is our current president. And I'm thankfully the past president. But Carolyn is doing a fine job, and I'm so thrilled to have her. So, hi, Carolyn.
Good morning, Carolyn, and welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for inviting us. I appreciate it.
Sure, we're glad to have you. I think that's all of the guests. So,
how about Karen Sendro?
I'm sorry, what?
How about guest Karen Sendro?
Well, I said Karen earlier. I said Karen a minute ago. Pay attention, Tommy. Anyway, so for announcements, I'm going to start right off with Karen. She has to be here because she's got an announcement. And so Karen, why don't you go ahead and tell us what you want to talk about?
Hi, guys. Well, I am going to be your governor in 22, 23. Brian, can you believe that? Isn't that crazy? It's still very surreal to me. So I'm out and about meeting all the Rotarians throughout our district and giving you an open invitation to come and serve at a higher level beyond your club. We are looking for folks for the 22-23 year. Desiree has already filled up her staff for 21-22, but I have a lot of openings still, probably about half still that I need to find people. And I look at like Ann Hively, who has served for years with RYE, and Brian, and then of course there's Tommy. And
yeah, there's Tommy.
If Tommy can be an AG, you can be an AG.
Yeah, really.
But anyway, yeah. So if you have any interest in serving on a committee, as a chair of a committee, youth services, any kind of youth programs, we are available. And all you need to do is let Joe know, and or Tommy, and I will sit down and chat with you and figure out a place that best fits in staff for 22-23 at the district level.
Great, thanks, Karen. So yeah, if you guys are just looking for a little more work to do within Rotary, there's your place.
Also, it will be a very, very historical year to be president of your club, because we will be serving under our first Rotary International female president, Jennifer Jones. So if you want to be in that class photo, step on up.
That's great. Thanks, Karen.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Moving on to other announcements. The Big E, I assume most of you have seen the email that I sent out yesterday. I've talked with Eileen, and we can start up again next week at La Placida Restaurant. Yay. If you, we will be doing it in sort of a abbreviated fashion, the way we did last November when we were able to meet twice before it got shut down again. We're just going to have muffins and coffee and juice and that sort of thing. She's still down on her cooks. She's said she just lost another one, so can't really have a regular breakfast yet, but we can at least get together and in person, and then as time gets better, we'll get back to our regular breakfast as soon as that's possible. The next thing is dictionaries. I've ordered the dictionaries. We already have 100 left from last year, so I've actually already delivered dictionaries to one school. I'm going to need a little help with that when the new ones, the new order comes in. We're doing it a lot differently than we used to, in case you didn't know. We can now buy the books from a bookstore in El Dorado Hills, which is owned by a Rotarian. So now, instead of having to get on our pickup trucks and drive to south of Elk Grove out in the middle of nowhere and pick up a case or a pallet and a half of dictionaries, we can have them delivered wherever we want. This year we don't have to get quite as many because we had 100 left over. Normally, of course, we would be going to the schools and having the kids all get together in a room and hand out the dictionaries. We can't do that, obviously. So what we're doing in the other clubs have been doing is just taking the dictionaries to the schools, and then the teachers can hand them out as they can, as they're able, as the kids come for other stuff. And so that's what I am assuming we'll be doing, even though school may be open for at least some by the time they get here. The thing is, most of the schools, I think, will be on kind of a hybrid thing. Not the kids won't all be there every day. So we'll still do the same thing. We're going to deliver the dictionaries to the schools, and the teachers can hand them out. But there's one little change. What we used to do was we would get these dictionaries, and we'd have a little party where we would all get together, as a bunch of us get together, and we would take each dictionary, open it up, and then put a sticker on the inside that says, "This book belongs to, and then the kid can put their name there. And it meant taking the cases, taking everything out of the cases, open them up, putting a sticker, put it back in the case, put the case back in a, it was a big pain in the behind. And so a few years ago, I had a brilliant thought. Actually, it was a mistake, and you turned it into a brilliant thought. I had a bunch of books that didn't have any stickers in them, and I delivered them to the kids, and there was no stickers. I had the stickers, but they weren't in the book, so I just gave each kid a sticker, and they put it in their own book, and that just saved us a whole half hour, 45 minutes of time messing around with the books. So that worked great. Well, now we're going to be delivering the books, but not really seeing the kids. So we need to put the stickers in the books. So we're going to need to have a little sticker party. It won't take too long, where we'll get a bunch of, and these are going to be delivered to my house. They're going to be in my garage. And so we'll have everybody come over for probably take a half hour, maybe 45 minutes to do it. It doesn't take very long. And we can put these stickers in the books, then we can start delivering them to the school. So that should be handled fairly quickly. As soon as they get here, she said it takes about 2 to 3 weeks from the time we order, which is like now. So in a few weeks, we'll be putting together a little something for that. I wanted to remind everybody to sign up for the district conference. It's an opportunity this year to go and save a whole lot of money because it's not going to cost you $25. And it's 2 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday on, I think it's the 22nd, 23rd of May. Is that right? Something like that. Go to the district website. It's really easy to do, and the chance to go to a district conference. Then also we have to build a car, for the race, the big race. It's amazing how much stuff is on YouTube about these cars. What you call it? Anyway, so we need to just we need the
Pinewood Derby.
Pinewood Derby, thank you, Pinewood Derby. There's a lot of engineering that goes into these little cars. Let me tell you, all done by fathers of kids who are trying to win these races. Anyway, so we'll need to put something together so that we can get our car all built and painted and all fixed up. The fundraising committee, I think we're going to have another meeting. I'm going to try to set up a meeting in the next week or so that we can get back together. I've got some other ideas, and I think we need to get going a little bit more on that. If anybody, this is for Dennis. Dennis and I are just starting to get ready for next year ourselves, and we're going to have to be putting in grants, writing grants for stuff. And so we're looking for ideas. If any of you have any ideas of some place or something that you think would be a good matching grant for us to get involved in, let Dennis know, and we can start working on that. Ann Hively, you had an announcement. You're muted, Ann. You're still muted.
Here I am. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Yesterday at 9:30, Dennis and Celeste and Mike and I met at Casa Roble to see how many books have already been donated to our Love, Talk, Read children's book drive. And we found hundreds and hundreds of books, boxes and bags and boxes and bags. We loaded our cars, went up to Orangevale Copy, our second location. She said, "You got to come. I have a lot of books here." And so when we finished, we started a new book corner in Mike's garage for the Interact Rotary Book Drive. And we're so encouraged by the first pickup that we have extended the deadline to April 7th. And we'll keep reminding you. And that means that next Friday, when we meet at La Placita, how convenient is that for Rotarians to bring the books to the restaurant? We'll have bags ready. And I appreciate the support many of you have already given us for this very worthwhile project. Celeste, of course, Mike's wife, is renowned for this book drive. She has collected in 10 years over 250,000 books that have been distributed throughout the world to needy schools and families. And we're happy to be part of it again. Thank you.
Tell me again the date, April
7th.
7th. Okay, thank
Deadline.
you.
And
Great.
as we said, Orangevale copy and our meetings now, or Casa Roble, 3 different locations to drop off your used or brand new books.
Okay, great, thank
I don't
you.
mean this question facetiously, but are you accepting Dr. Seuss books or?
Well,
not?
that's a good question. No, we're not.
We're not?
Well, Mike, I guess there are certain titles that we'd have to know that are not considered.
Yeah, yeah, we'll go through them and so forth. And yeah, we're also accepting Mark Twain and Huckleberry Finn too. So, so, you know, we're trying to work. Rotary's not known for its bowing to political correctness. So we'll
Time to go to Lowe's.
we will sort books, but we're trying to be a little bit more broad-minded than some.
Okay.
Wow, 7 o'clock in the morning, it's time to go.
Driving by Trader Joe's.
Okay.
They're getting their delivery.
Mary, stop
Thank
talking.
you for the information.
Our day, huh?
Okay, I guess it's time for Mr. Russell. Go ahead. You have anything for us, Mr. Russell?
Good morning.
Good
I'm
morning.
Don Russell. I'm your club service chairman.
Hi, Don. We all just said hi, Don.
So last week we talked about March wind. The week before we talked about small beaches. This week, the question is about mountains. What do you call a funny mountain? What do you call a funny mountain? How about Phyllis? Do you know what you call a funny mountain?
Hey, mountain.
What?
Say it again.
We couldn't hear you.
I said, no, Don, I don't know. What do you call a funny mountain?
Call it hilarious. Call it hilarious. Okay. Next
terrible.
up is our dine around. If you haven't marked your calendar, it's going to be Tuesday, March the 25th at 5:30 p.m. That's a Zoom dine around. You guys requested to meet by Zoom.
Don, is it Tuesday or Thursday?
March the 20 is March the 25th a Thursday?
25th is a Thursday,
Yeah, it's Thursday.
but you said Tuesday. That's why there was a question.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. There you go. Thursday, the 25th at 5:30. So it'll
Okay.
be Taco Thursday. That's it. Thank you, President Bob.
Okay,
Your
thanks.
sign says 5:50. Did you say 5:30 or 5:50?
5:50.
Okay.
My dyslexia is kicking in today. I'm sorry.
Yes,
I have to have my second cup of coffee.
gotcha. Okay, does anyone else have an announcement they'd like to make? I can't see any, I don't see everybody, so I'm doing my best. Okay,
Can I say something?
sure, Karen.
Typically, we have a district assembly in April, and that would be your president-elect and board of directors would go to it, and we'd all gather at some high school somewhere. And so we're not having that this year. We are doing it virtually, of course. And Tommy, can you help me with the hand signal for this? Are you ready? We're
I'm
having.
sorry, say that again?
We're having, can you do the Festival of Learning? Got to go Festival of Learning. There you go. So we're having a Festival of Learning, which will take place Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. 45-minute sessions. We're going to have 29 of them. And this is meant for more than just your board of directors. We're going to have Rotary 101 for your newer members. And there'll be 45 minutes each night, and you can pick what you want to go to. It's going to be very good, very, very good. We open the opportunity for more people to attend our district assembly and our festival.
Just make sure you tuned April 8th for foundation.
Oh yeah, Joe's speaking April 8th for foundation.
Can you tell me those dates again? I didn't write them down.
They're on the district website.
Yeah, okay.
April, it's through the whole month of April, April 7th, May, something, early May.
Gotcha. Okay, thanks.
And
Sure, we'll be getting emails about that shortly. I haven't seen anything yet about that.
Right, we're trying to get all the links put together, and so that all you have to do is click on it and you'll take you right to that.
Gotcha. Great. Okay, thanks, Karen. Thanks for that. Anybody else? Okay, then. Mr. Bill, what do you got about the foundation?
I'm still asking everyone to make sure they've made a donation this year. And you can make the donation either by going onto rotary.org and look for My Rotary and make your donation there directly via credit card. Or I will take checks if you send them to me in the mail. Make sure they're signed. So
Thank you very much.
I can only accept them if they have a signature from you. That won't be honored by the bank otherwise. But I do want to acknowledge Mike McKibben. I think, Mike, isn't there also some special birthday celebration or anniversary celebration that comes along with this? So the prospector should probably know that Mike has contributed a large donation to the Rotary Foundation as part of his prospecting this week. So thank you very much. Enjoy the foundation.
Okay, thanks.
He also didn't sign his check.
I wasn't going to tell on that. So.
We figured it out on our own. That's okay.
Hey, Bill, isn't there a way that you can sign up for an automatic withdrawal to just make it easy and painless so that you $10, $20 a month, whatever?
It is called Rotary Direct, and we have 18 members of the club who do that. So I want to thank them for that. But Russ, you are absolutely right. It is one of the easiest ways to make a donation, and you can make it in as small of an increment as $10. You can do that $10 once a year, or you can do it once a month. But if you want to get to the $100 a year sustaining member level, then you need to do $10 a month. But if you haven't, did not keep a copy of the Rotary Direct form, I have plenty of them sitting right here on my desk. I can email one to you, and I will help process your application.
Also, congratulations to your Rotary Club. You're third in the district so far for annual fund giving.
Well, and that's a thing to congratulate the club. I think our APF per capita right now is around $300, and the district is around $100 per capita. So your heart, and I just can't be thankful enough for the club and all of the donations that all of you have made so far, and it shows up in the numbers, right, Joe?
Absolutely. Congratulations, guys. You're doing great, and gals.
Thanks, Joe. Well, thank you, Bill and Joe. We do have a vocational speaker this morning. I hope he's ready. I hope we're ready for our vocational speaker, Mr. Tommy Pino. You're on.
So, how is everybody doing today?
Doing fine.
Today, we are going to talk about something that just a little bit less than a year ago started my life into a new world, and that is called Paycheck Protection Program loans, or PPP loans. As many of you know, I'm in commercial lending, and I work at Safe Credit Union, and my life for the last better part of 50 weeks has been dedicated almost exclusively to providing loans out as part of the initial CARES Act of 2020, which we are now into our second round of PPP loan fundings. So for businesses and nonprofits, you are eligible for a first draw and a second draw PPP loan now. Businesses that have less than 300 employees are eligible for second draw loans. Your business must currently be in operation and started prior to February of 2020. Sole proprietors with or without W-2 employees and independent contractors are eligible to receive funds in this program. Franchise businesses must be listed on the SBA's franchise registry in order to be eligible. And owners now with delinquent student loans are now eligible for the program, and owners with non-financial fraud felonies now qualify for the program. So for businesses that did not obtain a first draw PPP loan in 2020, they are eligible for a first draw in the current round of PPP loan funds. Authorized use of the loan proceeds, at least 60% of the loan must be spent on verified employee payroll. The other remaining 40% may be spent on lease, rent expenses, and utilities for your business. But again, at least 60% of those loan proceeds must be spent on verified employee payroll. Businesses with W-2 employees, loan amounts are based on your 2019 or 2020 12-month average W-2 payroll expense, including employer-paid health, medical, retirement contributions, and employer-paid state payroll taxes. The average monthly payroll is then multiplied by 2.5, and in some cases for businesses with NAICS codes of 72, you can get up to 3.5 times of your average monthly payroll. Sole proprietors and independent contractors are eligible for this program. If you are a Schedule C sole proprietor without employees, the new regulations now allow you to use your Schedule C gross revenue, which is line 7, less line 16, 19, and line 26, divided by 12 and multiplied by 2.5 times for the proprietor. And that is without employees. Sole proprietors with employees may add their W-2 payroll to that above amount to get their calculated loan amount. Funds received in the program must be spent on the above authorized use of proceeds over an 8-week or 24-week period from the date funds are dispersed by the lending institution. These loans may be forgiven and fully paid by the SBA if the business can certify that they used the loan proceeds on at least 60% payroll and or other authorized expenses. Business owners must apply for forgiveness of their loan. Loan forgiveness is not automatic. The SBA is currently offering first draw and second draw PPP loans for eligible businesses during this round of funding, which is set to expire on March 31st, 2021. There is chatter going on that this program will be extended, but as of today, it is not extended and will expire in a little bit more than 10 days, 20 days. To be eligible for a second draw PPP loan, the business must be able to show that there is at least a 25% reduction in total revenue from the 2019 to 2020 fiscal year, or a 25% reduction in any one quarter of 2019 against the same quarter in 2020. This does not apply to first draw applications in this round of funding. How much time do I have left?
I have no idea.
Less than a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
40
So,
Not
okay.
long.
All right. Well, don't talk over me then. So first draw PPP loans must be in a forgiveness review process by the SBA in order to obtain a second draw PPP loan approval from the SBA. The program still has more than 40% of the $284 billion authorized in the latest tranche of PPP loan funds. And again, as I said, industry experts are lobbying Congress to extend the program past the March 31st deadline, given the recent program changes and funds still remaining in the program. So if you have any questions about whether you think you can get a PPP loan and would like to talk to me, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I may not be the one financial institution that can help you or your business, but the program is available, and if you want to apply, please contact the bank that you use for your business, and they should be able to help you out. Thank you.
Tommy, how much is left from last year?
No. This is this tranche. A little bit more than 40% of the $284 billion.
Tommy, you mentioned nonprofit.
Yes.
Did I miss the qualification for that?
No.
Did you mention the
nonprofits?
qualifications for that?
There are no qualifications for that. You just got to have employees and be able to show that you have employees.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that dramatic reading, Tommy. That was
That's
fascinating.
the only way you can run through information like that.
Yeah.
And for those of us that are retired, we don't care.
No, but you may know somebody or have a son or
That
daughter
does.
who has their own business. And I tell you, the rules just changed this 2 weeks ago for sole proprietors, and we are absolutely inundated with sole proprietors now coming in to be able to get money. Because previously, you had to show a profit at the end of the day to be able to qualify for a loan, because they jumped it up to using gross revenue less expenses. So if you're a sole proprietor with no employees, line 7, that you're going to get divide line 7 by 12 and multiply by 2.5. That's how much of a loan you're going to get. It is capped at a annual income of $100,000, which equates to a loan of $20,833.
Tommy, what's happening with the first loans? For those of us who received monies under 150, is there a streamlined?
Yeah, but you still have to, there is a streamlined application. You still have to apply with the institution that gave you your loan and go through the process.
And Tommy, what were you able to do a second one if you did a first one last year?
Yes, that's correct. If you did a first one last year and you are in the forgiveness process, you can get a second draw, and that's why they're called first and second draw. So yes.
But you have been down 25%, correct?
You have to show that your business has total revenue has dropped at least 25% year over year, or 1 quarter over 1 quarter in 2019 and 2020. And you'd be surprised at the frustrated people that gained 30% in total revenue year over year that are not understanding or complaining.
Okay.
Sorry, Karen, you did better than everybody else did. It's supposed to help the people that are losing money.
It's what happens when you're a janitor.
Okay, so moving right along, I have a question mark for Prospector, because our prospector's in Hawaii, hopefully not getting drowned in the rain. Audrey, are you doing it again, or is somebody else going to do it?
I am.
Okay, go ahead, Audrey.
Yes,
you're on.
all right. We're going to get to know another Rotarian this week. So today the fines are going to be $2 if you do not know who this Rotarian is. So let's see. I'm going to start with Lori. This Rotarian's biggest fear is heights. Who do you think this Rotarian is?
His biggest fear is height?
Yes.
Well, we know it's not Russ, but we know he's afraid of height. So let's see. I'm going to say Ann Hively.
No, that will be $2 for whoever's keeping track. I hope Jim, the money man's keeping track here. Sorry, Lori, it's
He's
not.
got it.
But thank you. Let's see, Dave Shepard. This Rotarian, when I interviewed them, I said, what would you change about yourself if you could? And this person said they would like to be able to sing well.
Well, Karen Buckley's no longer in the club, so that's not it.
That's a good guess, but no. Do you have another guess, or are you just paying $2?
Oh, let me say it's gotta be Steve Blair.
No, it was not Steve.
La 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 la.
All right, $2. Let's see, Jim Button.
I have a question first. Are you going to give us the answers to those or not?
I will eventually, yes.
Okay, carry on.
Let's see. This person's hobbies, some of them are, or let's just say one of them is gardening.
I don't have that gene. Let me think who might. I'm looking at the Pantheon. Hold on. A gardener. I don't see one. Sorry.
Okay, $2 for you. Let's see, who else should I pick on? Sean. Sean looks so serious this morning. Sean, this Rotarian once sold goods on the black market in Russia.
Hold on a minute here.
Shame Robert's no
Go
longer.
with, let's go to Steve Blair.
No. I mean, maybe he did, but that's not the one I'm looking for. That'll be $2. Let's see, James. This person, when I asked what makes you angry, said animal cruelty.
Mary?
No. Nope, that's $2 for James. Let's see, Dennis Sarkeesian. This one might give it away. If this person could live anywhere, they chose the UK.
I would say that's Michael McKibben.
Oh, no, that is not true. That will be $2. Bill, yes, you'd like to take a stab at it?
Yeah, I believe it's Phyllis.
Oh, Bill, you are too smart. It is Phyllis. It is Phyllis. So those little details are all about Phyllis. And let's see, Anne, do you know where Phyllis was born?
No, I don't.
Okay, for $2, I will tell you it was Oakland, California.
Okay.
And let's see.
I will
One
pay
more.
$5 for my guest, though, Audrey.
Say it again.
I will pay $5 for my
Oh,
guest.
5. I like that.
It was
I like
worth
that.
it to see the grin on her face as you were asking the questions. And
Okay, last one before Happy finds Joni. Let's see. Where is Phyllis's favorite vacation?
Italy.
No. Anybody want to take a quick stab at her favorite vacation?
Scotland.
No, that's $2, Dave. Touring Williamsburg and surrounding areas.
Ah.
Okay, who has some happy finds?
I want to know what she sold on the black market.
That's for another meeting, Dave, or maybe she can tell us quick.
Brian doesn't have a happy find, but he is going to be a scooter this morning.
What did you sell?
Jeans.
Oh, jeans.
Yeah, I was over there with a bunch of college students. I learned a lot as a very naive Orangevale rube. I learned a lot. It was great fun, though.
Awesome. Brian, did you have a happy find?
Not a happy find, but I am going to be a scooter this morning, so I'll kick in a couple bucks.
All right, scooter fine. No happy finds this morning? Nobody's happy? Lori's happy.
I'm happy. We're leaving on Sunday for 6 days to Palm Springs. And now that we've had our COVID shots, it's called Let the Traveling Begin.
All right, and what's that worth to you, Lori?
$5.
All right. Tommy, did you have a happy find?
Yes, I do. I've got, let's see, $10 for a successful HVAC complete entire replacement, courtesy of Buckley's Heating and Air, and our home is so nice now.
Nice. Nice. Yes, Sue?
I have a happy find and I'll give $10 because I'm thrilled that daylight savings time is coming. I like them all.
All right. Anybody else?
Mike, I thought. Mike
Oh,
has
Mike,
one.
Mike McKibben?
Yes, we have have been in red for 5 straight days. So on Monday, we begin the hybrid phase of schools for all schools in the district. And we will continue in hybrid for the last 50 days of the school year. And hopefully Monday will be a good day, but on Sunday, about half of our school population will get their second shots, and so we don't need 1,000 substitutes on Monday.
Wow, that's awesome. What is that worth to you?
$5.
All right, awesome. Anybody else?
Okay.
All right, back to you, Mr. President. Oh, sorry, Joni.
Joni?
That's okay. today my son gets his second shot. So even though I'm happy about that, I'm a little concerned about whether he's going to have any kind of a reaction. So, but anyway, I'm happy about that. That's worth $5.
$5. Thank you, Joni. Back to you, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you. Okay, finally, it's time for our program. We've really been rattling around this morning. Excuse me. So Marilyn, or I don't know, Russ, would you like to make a formal introduction?
Well, it won't be too formal, but I have known Marilyn Edwards for, I don't know, at least 15 or 20 years. She started coming in years ago. She's an avid golfer, and she ran tournaments and everything and came in and did a lot of printing for those tournaments. Most recently, she was president of the Orangevale Women's Club for 3 years, and from which she told me the normal term is 2, but she couldn't find a person that was big enough sucker to take it off her hands until just recently, but she is going to talk to us. Thank you for that, Carolyn, by the way. But she's going to talk to us about the Orangevale Women's Club and women's clubs nationwide.
So I think I just got called a sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Marilyn, you've got the floor. Oh, you're muted. You're muted, Marilyn. There you go.
Find the right button. Well,
Okay.
I have to say in Carolyn's defense, she had other things to do on the board before she could ascend to the presidency, and we needed her to do that. So it all worked out well, and she's a fine president. So we're mighty proud of her. Thank you all for inviting me. I appreciate it. I invited Carolyn to join us. I think that it's important that you all see both of our faces and more of Carolyn and less of me in the future. Proud to be here. I believe that we are better equipped to serve our community when we know the strengths of each group. Because after all, we do share a common bond of community spirit. If you will forgive me, I am going to follow my notes so that we get out of here on time today. So the question was, who is Orangevale Women's Club? Well, we're community service-oriented volunteers. We are members of the General Federation of Women's Clubs. GFWC, as we prefer to call it, is an international women's organization dedicated to community improvement by enhancing the lives of others through community service and volunteers service. And collectively, we believe that we're living the volunteer spirit. So I thought we'd start with just a brief history of women's clubs in general. Women began to form their own clubs in the 1800s, often for social or literary reasons. We're not an offshoot of a previous men's organization. Soon, these women realized that they believed they had a moral responsibility to transform public policy, and so they rolled up their sleeve as good volunteers and got busy. And they focused a lot on excuse me, the white trees are blooming. They focused a lot on children and women's labor laws to start with. GFC was founded in 1890 as an umbrella organization for many clubs. The goal was to get women's clubs together so that efforts could be coordinated. But really, the roots really run back to 1868 when the British novelist Charles Dickens was speaking at an all-male press club meeting back east. Jane Cunningham Crowley, she was a professional journalist, and she was refused admittance to that meeting. And when she persisted, they told her, well, okay, go to the back of the room, hide behind the curtain, and you can hear Charles Dickens speak. Well, you can imagine she wasn't too happy about that. So she went home and she formed a women's club. It was called Sorosis, which in Latin means a gathering of women. 21 years later, she called for a women's club convention because there were many clubs forming all over the country, and they decided to federate. And so that was in 1899 with 63 clubs. So today, this many years later, there's hundreds of clubs across the country and some other places, and thousands of members with desire to serve their community. And of course, that means they bring in thousands of dollars, hours of service, and we remain very volunteer oriented. We advocate for causes, never candidates. We do promote education for women and children, especially our past includes a huge push to develop kindergartens. Historians tell us that the GFWC Club started 75% of libraries in the United States. We were really involved in pushing for the national park system to conserve our lands and our forests. In fact, a redwood grove was purchased in the northern part of the state by the women's clubs to save that grove for sure. And there was a massive campaign to get the Pure Food and Drug Act passed in the past. We've pushed for creation of a juvenile justice system, supported seatbelts, and street lighting. We're still lacking a few street lights in Orangevale. Anyway, one member advocated for a painted line down the middle of the street. Someone almost ran her off the road. She says, well, we need lines. And so she advocated until they started painting lines. And as you know, we have lots of lines now. And we're still advocating for the final ratification of the 19th Amendment. Over the years, we've collected, obviously, lots of money, raised thousands, millions for Liberty bonds in World War I, raised 154 million during World War II, and so they could buy 431 planes and provide money to fund nursing scholarships to care for the wounded soldiers. And then later on, they raised enough money to buy a fully equipped ambulance for New York City after 9/11. So that's a little bit of our background and the heart of our organization. And so back to the Orangevale Women's Club. Who are we? Well, we were founded in 1913 by Mary. Back those days, she was Mrs. William Calder. When I searched, I have a hard time finding that she actually had her own name, which was Mary, and some other community leaders, and they formed the group. They joined the Federation 6 years later, and over 108 years, we've continued the mission of concern for the welfare of our community. And our motto is, we rise by lifting others. As you know, we've baked thousands of cookies for the community at the holiday gift. This is our gift to the community. And our oldest ladies love to pass out those cookies to the kids. It gives them great joy. We've baked for the harvest dinner, for fundraisers, and for Big Day of Service. But I have to tell you, we are more than the cookie ladies. Over the years, the ladies planted trees on what was then a 2-lane greenback lane. It was dirt, had no sidewalks, and they planted those trees along there. And there was no way to water them, and the county had no way to water them. So one of the members' husbands had a pickup truck with a big old water tank. And so for 2 years, the ladies drove up and down the road and watered those trees to keep them alive before the county finally took over. They raised funds to help furnish rooms over at the old Roseville Hospital, if some of you remember that place. And they were very active in helping to start the community center by fundraising and by serving in communities. And there's a playground here in Orangeville, that's benefited from equipment. So fast forward, we now pick up trash along Madison Avenue twice a year. And we'd be happy if the rest of the community wanted to pick up some trash on their roads too. Our older ladies especially have clipped thousands of coupons to send to a Navy base in Japan for the use of the military families there to stretch their dollars. We've served in various roles during Big Day of Service over the last few years. We have quite a few crafters, and so we craft to give away. And so we craft and give things to the homeless and to Pedal Connection and to any number of agencies around town that will benefit from our things we've crafted. Our ladies are volunteering in many agencies in the area. We have some that volunteer with the Sheriff's Department, with some of the dog shelters, over at the food bank and places like that. And then we fund scholarships and give funds to other youth groups. And our projects really change as the community needs are changing. So boiling us down even more, our focus really falls into 5 categories: the arts and culture, civic engagement and outreach, the environment, health and libraries, and the health and wellness. And I have to tell you about the environment. We support Penny Pines, which is a California program. When it was initially started, $68 would buy an acre of pines, which would then go into our own El Dorado forest. And so we continue that program of donating $68 for an acre to keep our forests. So we're pretty proud of that program we've done for years. We have 2 programs that I really would like to focus on today. And one is the Loyal to Local campaign, which I hope you've all heard about, seen it on the newspaper or maybe Facebook or Instagram. We are encouraging the community to support our community businesses. We started by focusing on the restaurants. We've promoted Lupita's and Clay Pot and O'Connor's. And the community have been so supportive. They've all reported a big uptick in their business, which was obviously the goal of the program. So we're thrilled and we thank all of you that have helped. So today we begin a new promotion, and of course, you know, St. Patrick's Day, so it wouldn't be complete without promoting Palm Tree Brewery. So for the next several weeks, we want you to support Palm Tree Brewery. He has a special going, and read your Orangevale news or our Facebook page and Instagram, and you'll see the promotion if you mention us. So don't forget, though, to double back and support the past people. And finally, our second project is about to hit the ground running, and it's called Helping Women, Period. People typically don't think of donating feminine hygiene products and bras to our local organizations, but the need is never ending. Women would rather put food on the table to pay for their electricity and for their family to have the money they need than they would to fund their own needs. And girls have been known to skip school without supplies. So beginning March 26th, we will be partnering with local businesses to collect feminine hygiene supplies and also new or very gently used bras. And you can help us. You can buy those products and you can put them in the collection bins that you'll find around town, or you can go to our Amazon wish list and make a donation that way. So our campaign officially runs from March 26th to April 30th. For more details, you can check our website, which is orangevalewomensclub.com, or you can contact our chairman, which is Teresa Anderson. teresa.andersone@gmail.com. The recipients of this campaign will be the Orangevale Food Bank, the Underground Clothing Closet at Sunrise Mall, which is currently serving approximately 3,200 families that are living in transitional or insecure housing in our school district. We'll also be donating to St. John's Program for Real Change. St. John's is a wonderful program. It serves homeless women and their children. It provides them housing, provides programming to help them turn their lives around, get their children in school, and end up with some job training so that they enter back in the community as productive citizens. And then finally, the Sacramento Children's Home. So we hope to make this a recurring campaign twice a year, and we'd love to have your assistance with it. We're also one of the sponsors of the Orangevale History Project, which I hope you've all heard about, and it's housed over at the Chamber. Big Day of Service built us some shelving things in the back of the room, and so we have a hopefully permanent place to house our collection. So we're currently seeking people to help us grow the collection, as well as organizing it for our future generations. We want to preserve photos from the past, documents, pictures, and the stories. We hope to be doing in-person interviews that we can record and save. So we'd love to have you partner with us and help with that program. We're going to need lots of help. There's a lot of documents that need to be sorted and cataloged and stored away, similar to what a library does. And other people who like to research and go find new information. It's been fun to learn. I'm not a native Californian. I'm not native to Orangevale, obviously. So it's been fun to learn about where I live. So again, if you want to help, you can go to our website, or you can contact me. And my email is pastpres.marilyn@gmail.com. And of course, as you do as well, we have fundraisers, and we're currently having Zoom Fun. Zoom Fun is to honor the pandemic or complain, I don't know which, we've done both. But anyway, we're having bingo by Zoom on March 25th, trivia night on April 29th, and bingo on March 27th. Lots of fun. The community is invited to join us. And again, our website is the key to everything. We'll be having a craft fair, a real live in-person craft fair in May on the 22nd and 23rd. And then fingers crossed, we'll go back to having our bunkos next fall. And again, you can find us on our website. And when you go to our website, we are the Women's Club. I'm not sure why the old previous members chose to do it but we are Women's Club. We also can be found occasionally in the View, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and word of mouth. We're always welcoming new members who want to make a difference in the community. Women can visit our website for more information about how to join. I have to tell you, we've gone through trying to transition over the last few years. We embrace change, as painful as it was some days, but we believe that change needs to occur. It does for babies, it does for politicians, and we felt like we needed to change as well. We've especially worked on generational diversity. We have ladies, members now in their 20s up to their 90s. We actually have new babies in the club. So we're pretty excited about that. Always looking for new projects, new opportunities for the club. So thank you for the opportunity to share our club and our vision. And we'd love to partner with you. And we look forward to serving Orangevale along with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Pardon me. Thank you very much, Marilyn. That was very interesting. I'm not sure where it was that because I think it was my idea to have Russ get a hold of you, because I knew that there was an Orangevale Women's Club, and I really didn't know anything about it. So now I feel up to date, and I appreciate that. I'll bet you there's somebody there that's going to have a question or two for you. It's always Russ. He's always the first one. So go ahead, Russ. What's your question this week?
My question is, how many members do you have? To me, it's always been that Rotary is the best kept secret, but I think the Orangevale Women's Club is a pretty well kept secret also.
Well, we're trying to change it out of that secret status. We rounded the year with 73 members. We've had a serious increase over the last few years as we stepped forward and re-envisioned ourselves. And led by Carolyn, we created a strategic plan to carry us forward. And we're on the move, so watch out. I wanted to ask a question. Carolyn, do you have anything to add?
No, Marilyn, I think you did an excellent job. I would just encourage participation in Loyal to Local, and because we have this new project, Helping Women, period, if you have got any of those products hanging around your house that no longer fit or that you want to change up, please donate them our way. And we also have other charities that we are trying to add to that list. We're still working on finalizing that one project. So well done, Marilyn, and thank you for your continued support.
I had a question. You said there's drop boxes or around. Where would they be located?
One is Orangevale copy, and we're currently looking at other businesses in the area. So if you know of any, I think Luz Johnson's business is one drop-off zone. Marilyn, can you help me with some of the other? I can't remember all of them. We're still working on trying to find other ones. I'm going to TJ Maxx tomorrow to see if they'll be willing.
I believe OV Copy. I think
right.
I think probably some of the beauty shops. And
the Last Tangle. The Last Tangle is one.
So we're, if anybody wants a Dropbox at your business, let us know.
Right.
Yes, Sue?
Oh, I was going to say Julie King at the Last Tangle would probably be happy to do it, but she's
yes, she is.
She already volunteered. Yes, thank you, Sue.
Okay, other questions?
One of our members.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it. That's how I was thinking about that. Whoa.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Is it better to go to the Amazon or to your website to donate? I think you said we could go to either one of those to donate.
No, go to the Amazon wish list.
How do we do that?
Oh dear. Go to Amazon. Then it would be under the Orangevale Women's Club.
Okay.
And when it pops up, then there's a list of items.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
President Bob, I have a question. If any of the women in the women's club play disc golf, they better get ready. We're going to have a tournament.
Oh. Well, that may be a new opportunity for us.
Yeah.
Are you offering lessons prior to?
There'll be lessons during, I think. Okay, any other questions? I'm not seeing the whole group, so I'm not sure if there's people asking that I can't see. It looks like that's everybody. Great. Okay, great. Well, again, thank you so much, Marilyn, for coming and enjoying. That was very informative and very well done. I appreciate that. So moving right along, we're going to get out here a little bit early today, it looks like. So next week, again, we're back to semi-normal. So next week, our greeters, we're going to have greeters next week. It's Colleen is back from Hawaii, and Brian, you are, well, he's gone, but I'll let him know that. The invocation, or whatever we're calling it, Jim Bunton. Our speaker next week will be Beth Hassett from Weave. And I want to thank all of our guests today. And Rich, thanks. You just keep on coming, buddy, okay? It's great to have you with us. And oh, Bert showed up. Hi, Bert. Also, so thanks also for Joe and Karen. Glad to have our honchos from the district with us today. And of course, Carolyn as well. So my parting thought for the day is, this is from Margaret Thatcher. She said, "If you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman." Seemed appropriate, I don't know. So thanks everybody for coming. We'll see you all in person next week at La Placida. Okay, I'm ringing the bell now. There we go. Take care, everybody.
Happy to be here. Thank you.